What's up, Internet? It is currently 3:30 in the morning. You're probably wondering why this is happening so late. I was really super sick yesterday, so I didn't get any of this done, and I apologize. So we're gonna make up for it and do it before I go to bed. Now, that said, we are continuing from the previous day where we did, in fact, hit a high score scenario, which is pretty damn cool, I have to admit. I am very impressed myself, at the very least. We have 50 levels under our belt. We're going to move on to 51 today. Now, that said, we have 35 lives to our name, and assuming we're going to at least get a few more before we completely end this run. But that said, I don't know how long this is going to go, and it is 3:30 in the morning, and I'm going to bed like immediately after this. So at most, we're probably only going to be playing for half an hour, but still, I wanted to do it as another day of Mario. As another day of proving how awesome Toadette is as a platforming hero. So, journey to the Marley Mansion, then a face. I don't know what that means, but let's have an adventure. Now, hopefully, we don't get completely destroyed immediately, because that would be sad. Aw. And that may have very well given us a couple extra lives, but what can you do? I should have just followed that shell and let it take out all these enemies. Okay, well, now we know better. We lost one life. I'm hoping I don't lose all my lives immediately. That would just be depressing, especially considering that we've gotten a new high score. But that said, what can you do? All we can do is keep doing the best that we can, which at present is following this shell and hopefully not getting completely murdered. Much like that. There we go. I'm noticing a continuing theme about this. Throwing shells is very, very useful. That said, I don't care much for the fire-breathing piranha plants. Not that there's much you can do about that. Also, I just realized I've got my Dazzle's audio for some reason on. Now, fortunately, that should mean that we still have standard audio, which is good. But I'm very confused as to why I didn't turn my Dazzle audio off, seeing as it's not going to add anything, or at least it shouldn't. That said, did I mention it's also 3 a.m. and I'm also about to go to bed? If I'm not exactly on par with my top tier stuff, you can blame it on the fact that I'm sick. It's super early and I've been editing for hours, so somewhere along the lines, please cut me a little bit of slack. So I think this is supposed to be one of those like song levels. But at least on my end, and I've got my TV turned a bit down, granted, it just sounds like a bunch of meaningless sound. Like they were trying to just test out the mechanics of a sound level, but they didn't actually make a song or anything compelling with it. But granted, again, my TV's on a slightly lower sound just so the mic doesn't pick it up, so, you know, I could be entirely wrong. On the bright side, we are ahead with lives, so at the very least, we're making some headway. Also, this level appears to be made by the Scarlet Spider, so I'm immediately in awe. Hopefully it's a good level, because, you know, it being a good level is kind of important. And I keep checking my audio because I am very much freaked out that I said something wrong. Just because, for some reason, I left my Dazzle audio on, so I'm a little bit sensitive about that now. It's like, oh, how else did I completely screw up my audio? Probably about a billion different ways. But so far, the quest of driving a Koopa car seems to be rather successful for us. Oh, until it's not. But we beat Kamek, and we have an extra life, so we're doing okay. Alright. On to level 54. And with this one, we should be below 40,000. So that's pretty exciting. Castle level. What an inspired name. Well, for what it's worth, it's not disappointing. It's very true to what it is. This level is not very intuitive. Hey, Sykes. Mostly sick. And very, very early in the morning, so I'm going to bed after this. But, you know, I have to get some Mario in today. Or else, how can we prove that Toadette's the best? We can't. This level just seems like a weird hodgepodge of stuff, though. I don't like that too much. Well, that's the weird thing. A lot of this, it feels like it's got, like, coins to guide you, but then, like, half of them lead you nowhere. This is just kind of bizarre. And a Goomba's apparently a boss. So, yeah. How about that? And then Boom Boom is apparently a boss. Well, actually, a lot of people seem to think Boom Boom is a boss. I disagree, but what can you do? I've never understood people's fascination with Boom Boom, but, you know, that was done. Goodbye, Bowsers. Yeah, I get Boom Boom is designed to be a mini-boss, but he's such a generic enemy. I mean, Baby Bowser acts basically like Boom Boom does, except is actually at least kind of a threat. Boom Boom is not really. The only way you're going to lose to Boom Boom is if you're not paying attention or they throw you into a situation that's just, like, wildly dumb. Oh, I'm terrible at boo houses. If they're designed like actual proper boo houses, I'm awful at them. Let's see what we can do. I at least kind of like Pom Pom. At least that's something. There's something to that character. To Boom Boom, it's just not. And it feels like people just like him because of nostalgia. And even then, it's like, well, really? You're nostalgic for this? Ah! Go away, Magic Koopa. Oh. Hey, power up. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you, Magic Koopa. Crap. Magic Koopa, you betrayed me. There we go. I don't like the lack of actually having a power up. Okay. Yep, that's fine. That's cool. We got it. Take that, Magic Koopa. I love seeing how, like, weird, different mechanics are combined with, like, Mario Maker, though. Like, seeing boos with, like, say, something like, wings attached to them, and seeing how they react, it's very interesting. I'm just doing a randomized challenge, so I'm not adding anything. Apologies. Just missed a life. But the important thing is we didn't lose a life. And we are still working on our awesome streak. And that's the important thing right now, is not losing horribly. And we just made it below 40,000. Minecraft on Nintendo Switch, the Mario level. Okay. Alright, I got the raccoon leaf. A lot of people call this the Tanuki leaf, but it's not the Tanuki suit, it's the raccoon suit. There's a difference. There's a very sizable difference. And I don't claim to be an expert on Mario, but I know the difference between the two. One is significantly better. but I like the Raccoon Leaf better. It looks better and doesn't look as weird as the Tanuki suit. Super jump. Oh, you're getting Mario Kart 8 on Tuesday. That's cool. I've played a little bit of it, but it's, I don't know. I've got the Switch version, which is weird, because it has, like, no unlockables. So it gets real old really fast. I shouldn't say it doesn't have any unlockables. It has, like, parts of carts to unlock, but otherwise, there's nothing there. Because it's, like, just an upgraded existing version, so they just gave you everything, assuming that you already unlocked everything on the Wii U version. I don't like that mentality. Like, I would get it, maybe, if I had that particular version, or there should be, like, some way to carry over your data, but starting by having basically no unlockables, to me, I think, is a missed opportunity. I mean, I haven't played many Mario Karts. Last one I really played was Double Dash, but, like, the best part about that game was just unlocking all the different stages and cups and characters. But knowing that those are all unlocked and it's just, like, little bits of a cart, it's just not quite as enthralling. Not having as many, like, awesome unlocks. That's impressive that you have all of them. I have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I have the SNES Classic, so I guess technically I have the Super Nintendo version, but I wouldn't count that. I really want to get Double Dash because I spent so much time playing that when I was younger. That game was so good, and it's so different. You know, the other ones, they're not quite the same as Double Dash. I mean, even Mario Kart 8, that sort of borrows some of Double Dash's mechanics. Even then, it doesn't really do it half as well. Like, for example, you can have 2 items in that game, but you can't shift them, you can't swap between them. You're just stuck using them in the order they're provided to you. That's impressive. Actually, I do have Mario Kart Wii, I just remembered. I bought a Wii last year at a garage sale without realizing it, just sort of blindly, and it had a copy of Mario Kart Wii on it, so I've got that, but I haven't played it. I played a fair bit of Mario Kart 64, although I like Diddy Kong Racing better. But that said, Mario Kart 64 had probably my favorite Mario Kart level in it. I always liked that train level, where you could ride on the tracks to take shortcuts and stuff. That was a neat level to me. But stuff like Toad's Turnpike and a lot of the Double Dash levels I really love. Although, that said, Mario Kart 8 does have some really great levels as well. Jump. Bonk. Oh, you got lucky. You got lucky. There we go. Huh. Nope. There we go. I shall take you, Koopa Car. Something just exploded. It's impressive that you can race that well. I wouldn't claim I'm ever particularly good at Mario Kart, but I've never really dedicated myself to it half as much as other people do. I was the weird guy who dedicated myself to Gacha Force and Animal Crossing. And like playing Live Alive over and over again. That game is great, I gotta play that again. Judging by that name, it's supposed to be a troll level, which I don't like. Great. Oh. I'ma quit. Because I don't like these levels. It's not the point. That's impressive that you can play at 200cc. That's tough. I don't think I could handle that. I think I capped out at 150. And even then, I wasn't particularly good. Whoa. I've always found trying to do boss fights in Mario Maker kind of a bizarre proposition. Because you either have to make it so that it's pretty much no problem with like unlimited spawns of stuff, or they're just gonna be way too difficult. Like, it doesn't seem like I've run into anyone who can put a situation where you can actually like properly balance a fight in these games. It's like, well, it's either way too hard or way too easy, and that's basically your lot. I'll take that. There we go. Take Yoshi. That's still very impressive. I don't think I'm half as good as that. But then again, I accept that I'm awful at everything. The whole point is that I'm just trying to get a little better than I was every other day. Until this whole challenge thing started. That and just to prove that Toadette's the best character. That too is an important fact. Plus, this gives me an excuse to play my Switch, which I don't do enough. That's actually basically my philosophy when it comes to racing games too. It's like, there's no brake, there's just accelerate and accelerate slightly less. You might want to try playing the F-Zero games if that's how you're playing those. Because it's got a very similar mentality, but those games are really brutally tough. I feel like Koopa Car is not going to help me here. And I feel like everything else is also not helping. Help better. Okay. I'm just going to ignore the Koopa Car. There we go. Yeah, basically just accelerate and accelerate slightly less. I like that mentality. That's how I play racing games myself. Alright, that's 59 levels. On to the next. Number 60. Gaming Galaxy, that sounds fun. Collect 119 coins. That's quite a few. This feels like a speedrun level, except it's slow. And there's a big angry moon trying to kill me. That's an adorable happy moon. Ah! It didn't murder me. Is the murder moon actually a friendly moon and not a murder moon? Interesting. Yeah, drifting is... Well, a lot of games do drifting a little bit differently as well. Like, I played the, like, PS2 Outrun, and, like, it has one of the most bizarre drifting mechanics because it's, like, the most controlled drift ever. And, like, you know, there's like, the initial D games, which are all about drift, but they're done in a really bizarre way. You know, it'd be better if, at the very least, like, they were kind of consistent with how drifting worked, but between games, none of them ever are, of course. Oh, the moon kills everything on screen, huh? And here I was thinking it was basically just the sun. That's once again like the nighttime maps doing things slightly different than what you expect. I kind of like the nighttime maps for that very reason. They really kind of mess around with the mechanics. Alright, that's 60 levels. On to Parallel Universes. I guess we gotta go down here. Oh, I've seen levels like this where you basically swap between two iterations of the same area. I would imagine Night Ghost House would be pretty rough. I genuinely couldn't tell you if I played one of those maps because I'm just awful at ghost houses in general, but the night maps are very functionally interesting. Okay, so I couldn't go through there, but there was an arrow pointing down, so okay. Interesting. I'm supposed to go down. Oh, I'm supposed to go through a door. Interesting. Okay, if you didn't make it intuitive that this was the door I need to go through, I would say that's a jerk move. Oh yeah, I've played those maps. I didn't realize that was like a dark ghost house thing if everything was dark, so I thought that was just like some kind of screen filter effect I wasn't familiar with. Yeah, I've played those levels. Those are a little bit awkward. Ah, no life for me though. Still, we completed another level. It's important. Time to carry on to 62. Got plenty of lives though. Oh, it's auto-scrolled. I'm doomed. Is that just gonna murder those things for me? What is the point of this? Are you just trying to show that you can make the game lag? Because I played plenty of levels like that. And that's me not paying attention because I want to look at chat. Oh, that's pretty cool. Kirby's Epic Yarn is a great game. It's not a game I would ever recommend for kids because I think it teaches a lot of bad things for children, but I think it's a fun game for sure, What'd you get for your birthday? I know my birthday's coming up, but I probably won't get games because my family has never been into the whole giving games. They hate games. So if I get games, I'll be buying them myself, and I have no money, so. That's a bunch of lives. I'll take some extra lives, thank you. Alright, we are building up that high score. Wald. Actually, it would be Wald because it's German. I would like that coin, because that's going to help me get lives in the future. Now, as long as I don't get murdered by that Koopa, we'll be okay, I think. And by okay, I mean I'm going to get horribly murdered by that Koopa. Alright, we're okay, we're okay. Not a mushroom, but I'll take a Yoshi, sure. Yoshi, don't run away. Crap. I do not like these little pyramids. Ah. I could probably use Yoshi as a catapult to get up there, maybe. But I feel like I'd want to hold on to Yoshi just for the extra damage he'd give us. Good enough. Oh, I was really hoping to get some lives out of that. You know, for a level that seems perfectly content with using nothing but Koopas, it has a bizarre lack of using them to actually get you some lives. Well, we got 2 more. And it only cost us 1, so we're still ahead. Okay. Wow. And then a bunch of exclamation points, so you know they're serious about this. Okay. Alright, well we got that checkpoint. I'll take that. Oh, I played Kingdom Come Deliverance. That is a weirdly janky game. It's a lot of fun, but it is not the most well-made game ever. That's pretty cool you want a giveaway, too. I am not so lucky to actually win stuff, so... But Kirby's Epic Yarn, that's a great game to pick up for sure. Star Tropics, that's a great game. I'm not familiar with those other games, so... that is a mushroom I want and a mushroom I don't want. From the best mushroom of all. I've not played XCOM 2. I played the older ones and I played Enemy Unknown, but I never played the second one. I think I got a copy of that weird, like, XCOM shooter no one wanted for free at one point, but I never tried it. Oh. Up and up and... Okay, I guess we gotta go over here, because there's munchers over there. Yep, that'll do nicely. Wow, this is a level. Okay. Oh crap. Oh crap. Toadette, run! Run! Alright. Ah! Yes, the Bureau XCOM Declassified. I played that. Or I got it for free. I don't think I ever actually bothered playing it because I didn't want to. I'm a fan of the old school XCOM. And when they first announced they're making an XCOM shooter, I was so disinterested. It was like, why would you ever do that? It sounds like the worst idea. And then they made the actual good XCOM game. And then they actually released the XCOM shooter, and I have no idea why they would. But they did. Whoop! That was not my moment. That is. I'll take that. And I'll get a life. And I think my cat wants out. Go on out, Mr. Cat. Alright. Next level. Yeah, it's weird because it tries to be a shooter, but it also tries to be a tactics game. And it's like, well, can I just get the tactics game, please? I mean, clearly that worked. And no one wanted this before you released it. They were happy with the tactics game. Just make another one. I don't like this. This feels like it's a bad level. And you can tell this because it's clearly not good. Okay, well, I think that's a reason to quit out. Let's try that again with an actual good level. Mr. Wrecker. I didn't see any pipe while we were falling. Oh, we got the builder power up. I've been the biggest fan of this power up. But we're not dead, that's the important thing. Doesn't seem like the most interesting level either. This just feels like time-wasty faff. Okay. Okay. This level is not going to get a like from me. This is a dumb level. I'm not saying that because it happens to use a power-up I don't like. I'm saying that because it's just such a waste of time. Ugh. Yeah. That's not what I want. I want this. This is definitely a boo kind of level. Okay. Run this way. Duck. 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 Duck extra hard for this. Smack these tiles. Yeah, we're just doing random levels. Granted, this is clearly not working out so well for me at the moment, seeing as I have to deal with this nonsense, but you know, it feels a little bit better to go with a randomizer than just go with other people's recommendations, because other people happen to have a enjoyment for creating like troll levels, which is absolutely not the point of why I'm doing this. Oh god! This level is not fun. That said, it's not impossible, so I can't skip it. Or at least it's not giving me anything that's impossible, it's just giving me a lot of time-wasting faff. Looks like I gotta stay ahead of the swamps, or else they're gonna crush me. It's worth noting, I suppose. Whoops. That duck. Okay, it's not going to produce one. I gotta admit, I'm learning a lot more about the intricacies of the mechanics of this game. Like, the dry bone shell actually has, like, an interesting little ability where if you hold down, you actually collapse the shell like your dry bones yourself. That's really interesting, and I feel like that could be used in some fun puzzle ways. Because it has a metric crap ton of, like, invulnerability. Need to be down here. I don't like you, Thwomp. Okay, this Thwomp is going straight down. I feel like that's something I don't want to follow. I'm scared to follow it. Okay. Okay, I think here's where we need to be. Or not. I think I understand. Okay, that Thwomp tricked me. No, I don't watch any of the directs whatsoever. Like, that's the thing, I'm a game reviewer, so I kind of can't go in, I think, knowing about stuff ahead of time, because I think it sort of dilutes the experience. And I end up sort of working on sort of what my preconceived notions based on that sort of stuff is. And that never goes well for me. It basically just means that I end up getting disappointed by everything, so I just stop paying attention to pre-release nonsense. Basically, I just have to figure it all out on my own. But at the same time, that's part of the spirit of trying to get better at Mario, you know? Figure it out, and then you'll get better. Oh, I don't like that. I'll take this. Come on. There we go. This is not a good level. This is dumb. What? I can break those with my hammer. Interesting. Okay, well, we learned a thing today. We can break pretty much everything with this hammer. That's worth knowing. That's actually a game I want to play, Mysterious Mirazme Castle. You know, the nice thing is, as long as I can get back to one of these hammers... I'm probably not going to die. I appreciate you not ruining that, actually. You know, that made it all the more special. Plus, I got all the more experienced from having to do it myself. Alright, where does this go? And do I have to blow up a billion more blocks? Because I will quit out at that point, just because I think my time is worth it. Up and X. I did that. It did not work out so well. Oh well. We're at that level, that's the important thing. I got to appreciate when, you know, mechanics are explored in interesting ways and not utilized quite as often as other people do, because that at the very least means that there's more tools to create more interesting levels in the future, but at the same time, you know, the way that was done was not clever. It was dumb. Collect stupid number of coins. Go! Okay. Okay. There we go. Oh, I don't like this. This reminds me of that other stupid level where I had to literally jump the moment I collected the coin, or else I'd be trapped and die instantly. That was not a clever idea then. If I could at least throw the Buzzy Beetle up. I almost hit that, but I didn't. If I could throw it up, I could at least wear it as a hat. Okay. Okay. Am I supposed to go down this pipe? There's nothing here. Oh god. It's a bad scrolling level. I did not know the hammer was the only thing that suit could do. Well, now that we know that there's a terrible scrolly level, I feel like I shouldn't even bother with these coins. This just seems like a waste of time. Granted, me jumping into the pit's gonna, you know, ruin things a little bit. Problem is, we still don't really know where the exit is, either. Like, I have a horrible gut feeling that that little giant coin area is going to send us right back to the beginning. And I have that feeling because I've played Mario Maker levels before. And it feels like when most people make Mario Maker levels, it's not for the sake of making good levels. Which is pretty good representation of about how I feel about fan creation games. You know, there's always one or two great things, but you have to go through like a billion awful things to get there. Oh, I hate these bouncy things. They are the worst. Okay, we have enough coins. Now we just need out. Also, for some reason, we can still jump in that way. Alright. Up X is a different thing I can do with the hammer suit. Interesting. I will have to give that a shot next time I get there. Okay, we gotta jump. Jump! Okay. There we go. Yeah, I guess it's for the sake of getting other people to make, you know, laughs at playing the level, but... You know, maybe I'm entirely in the wrong to want this, but I just want good levels. Like, even the fun levels all seem to be themed. Like, there's no just, like, standard, these feel like Mario sort of levels. And that kind of annoys me. It's either like, you know, if it's good, it's still themed, or it's like a troll level, or, you know, there's no just well-made levels. There always has to be a gimmick, and it always has to be, like, mostly unfun. And I will never understand why that appeals to people. Well, I suppose it's going to appeal more to other people than others. I like this a lot better than I like Little Big Planet for what that's worth, but first of all, the third game in that game is just abysmal. But the, like, tools to actually make stuff in Little Big Planet are just so overly complicated for no reason. Like, I understand how to make games. It should not take me several hours to go through a tutorial to kind of understand how to place blocks. Like, it feels like that's how not to do something. It takes you that long for someone to understand how to do what they're supposed to be doing to play your game properly. You have done something wrong. I don't think my spinny jump will let me bounce off those. I think my best bet would be... Nope. Or I could just hang out here in that corner. That works. I'll take that as a victory. Alright, best power-up ever. Oh, but I didn't get the life. Yeah, there are tons and tons of, like, sadistic Kaizo-type nonsense. And, you know, some people are just famous for making stuff like that. And it's like, well, that's great. And I know a lot of people like to play them, and a lot of people like to watch people play them, but I just want to play good levels. I'm already awful at Mario. Putting me into a near impossible situation is not going to make me get better. I do not understand what the point of that was. What? I feel like this is kind of in the same vein of just dumb. Can I go? No, I can't. Okay. I want to go this... I can't go that way. That would be easy. I don't care about getting on top of that flagpole. I'll just take the flagpole. Yeah. Some people just like insanely difficult stuff for the sake of it, and you know, I'll respect that if it makes you happy, but seriously, just... Can I get some just standard good levels? It feels like that shouldn't be a hard to request thing. It doesn't feel like that should be like pulling teeth, and yet it is. Oh god, that's still rising. That's a problem. I'm betting it's still rising now. There we go. Well, that's the funny thing. You find levels that are just like impossible, and yet you know someone had to beat it because to upload it, you have to clear it yourself. It's just amazing that some people can do that, but at the same time, you know, I'm not that person. I'm bad at this. Just give me something that, you know, is actually playable. Hey, Yoshi. Yes, please. I'll just eat that Galumba. Yoshi, come back. Thank you. Don't run ahead. Giant red Yoshi. Well, crap. That's not ideal. Oh, that was a dirty trick. Yeah, like we're into levels that are just like stupid kill walls, and it's like, why would anyone want to play this? I don't know, at the same time, you know, I've studied game design myself, so I'm more prone to sensible design, I guess. I don't know, I've said this numerous times, but, you know, this is literally Nintendo trying to capitalize on something that's existed forever, seeing as people have been modding and like making their own Mario World levels since the early 2000s. But I remember one of the earliest videos I ever saw online. I can't remember who made it. I'm sure it was someone who's probably way more famous on YouTube than I am, but you know, I remember one of the earliest videos of it I ever saw, someone made a level that was literally as big as you could ever make a level, and it was literally just like 1 square by 1 square, like in height, just layers of invisible like boxes, and you had to like hit every single layer of invisible boxes just to like advance. And it was like, that's absolutely how you don't do something. Alright, well, we got the lives. I'm gonna grab my Yoshi. Don't care so much about the lives from the tape because I'm not gonna get any. Well, that took me 3 times longer than the fastest run. Oh well. And we're almost below 30,000. Reach the goal after grabbing at least 4 coins. Oh, I have bad feelings about this. Okay. I don't get this. You know, when I see a level that has, like, really complicated layouts like this, I just shudder, because it's like, well, this is either going to be technically impressive and fun, sort of like some of those, like, auto-scrolling levels that play themselves, or it's going to be basically unplayable and horrible. There's, like, no in-between. There's no, like, sensibly designed levels like this. They're all just either awful or awesome. Alright. 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 Yeah, I got the 1-up. Yeah, I've run into a few levels that are basically just boxes underneath P-switches, and you have to somehow, like, precision land on the boxes without hitting the P-switch, or you die. Like, it's interesting to try and practice precision, because some of them are actually really, really nice, but a lot of them are just way too unfriendly. You know, it's actually kind of funny. I ran into a level that was literally designed to be like baby's first Kaizo. It had like arrows and everything, and it was like the most friendly level ever. I've run into actual Kaizo levels that are actually friendlier than just like standard made levels. There's something about that that's just depressing to think about. Why did the blooper have the key? I'd have given that to the Magic Koopa. Do I want to take that door, or is that going to be a problem? Oh good, you just have a magic crap ton of boom booms. I see. Okay. Well, as long as I hang out up here, I should be okay. So I don't think I'll get back in this clown car. There we go. I guess I'll see what's this way. I can keep going. I guess that's an excuse to use that. Okay, now we got at least like a boss. Kinda. This music does not match the fact that this is supposed to be a boss. Hold on, the fire from this thing can actually just break those blocks? Interesting. Granted, that kind of defeats most of the level's design, but, you know, interesting. Goodbye, fire car. Yeah, I've played levels like that. Just never hit P-switches. That's will end badly for you. Didn't trust that not to drop me into the lava. But I'll take those coins, thank you. Just gonna have to run it. Okay. I got this stupid propeller hat. I have never understood the design of choice for this. But I have it now. Okie doke. Didn't realize you tossed a bunch of bombs. That's interesting. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. As long as I stay directly under you, we should be okay. course, I went ahead and didn't do that, so yeah. How much health do you have? I mean, evidently it's quite a lot. There we go. Can't destroy those walls, though. And I'm running out of time. Yeah, it's about 4:30 a.m. I need to go to bed myself, so this will probably be the last level for the night. Propeller cap. And one up. Alright. 52 lives. We are ahead. We have now cleared 73 levels. Not bad. We have continued our high score. We have not been taken out of this competition just yet, in the quest to prove that Toadette is in fact the greatest platforming hero of all time, as well as trying to get me to be slightly better at Mario Maker. So, you know, we're doing okay. And, oh, interesting. I'll have to take a look at that. Free game from Epic Games this week. Interesting. I will definitely look into that. But anyway, that will be it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, follow the stream to know when we go live, because we do this every single day. This one happened really, really late because I was sick during the day, but the next one will probably be in about 12 hours or so. But look forward to that. We also do Animal Crossing at night and other stuff when I have the time. I also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see everything else I do, which is a lot of stuff, covering a bunch of different games. Seriously, I'm sure there's tons of games you've never even heard of on there. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon, support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is continue our streak to get better at Mario Maker and prove Toadette is the best, because we are getting there, slowly but surely. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.